Hey guys, it's me, Talia Risa Gibson. You can call me Tag for short, and welcome to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. So today, guys, it's another wintry day. There is snow and ice outside. And so what I did this morning, I wanted to meal prep my breakfast for the week. Since today is Sunday, I wanted to meal prep my breakfast at least until like Wednesday, Thursday. And so what I decided to make, I wanted to do a protein bowl. I wanted to do breakfast bowl with like egg, but I really don't like to leave egg in the refrigerator for longer than 2 or 3 days as far as like scrambled eggs. So I decided to do a hash brown, refried bean, ground turkey sausage style, and I'll talk about that. I kind of mentioned it in the video when I was making it, so you should see that part. And then cheese. And there's some red pepper in there as well, and onion. So I got the ground turkey and I decided to look up seasonings that I could put to mimic sausage without using the prepackaged sausage, just because they put so much sodium and other things in there. And so I just wanted to start with a fresh ground turkey and add my own stuff. So I used the Italian seasoning because it has all of the ingredients that I saw, like marjoram, sage, thyme, rosemary. And then I added seasoned salt, some black pepper, onion, and garlic powder. And then the hash browns are at the bottom. So you can see the hash browns there at the bottom. The beans are in the middle. The ground turkey's on top with some melted Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. I also made some tomato salsa. And as you guys heard, I didn't have a jalapeno. So I just had and I didn't have limes, so I diced up tomato, I put lemon juice, then I put ground pepper, sea salt, onion, and garlic powder. So I also have some tapatio in case I want some added spice. So I'm gonna say a prayer and get into this. Dear God, thank you for this food I'm about to eat. Thank you for this day. I ask that you be with my viewers, keep them happy, healthy, and safe. In your name I pray, amen. Amen. So let's get into this bowl. I'm gonna try to get a bit of everything. I wasn't so sure about the hash brown with the refried bean, but I thought it would be kind of like a little Tex-Mex breakfast bowl. So let's see. It actually works well. The ground turkey definitely has a sausage flavor from that Italian seasoning. So let's get some tomato on here. And I do want a little more spice. I really wish I had that jalapeno. And then we're gonna put some of this tapatio. But no, that having the potato at the bottom paired well. I wanted to make sure I had enough of a breakfast to stay around 400 calories or so, maybe a little more than 400 calories. I would have to add this up. I'll put it on the screen so you see about how many calories this would be. But I also wanted to feel satiated. I wanted to feel satisfied as far as energized for the day. And so that's why I added a little bit. I wanted I was either gonna do rice or the potato, but I wanted it to feel more like a breakfast bowl. And I know rice can be for breakfast, but the spice is what it needed. And I did put some red pepper flakes in the meat. That tapatio is good in here too. The tomatoes give it a just good freshness. So yeah, y'all, very inexpensive. I bought the Ore-Ida hash browns. You could do a fresh potato. There's a bite. Get it while you can before it's gone. You could use a fresh potato and chop it up, but I was like, I want something that's simple, that doesn't take too long. So I just cooked up the hash browns in a skillet. I used a can of refried beans. Well, I did 2 cans because I was meal prepping. And I do want to start making my own refried beans. I was looking up some recipes and it's very simple. So I do want to start making my own refried beans. Because I typically prefer to use the dried beans and soak them and all that when it comes to like making beans at home. So I would like to do that for my refried beans too. So, but I had bought some canned refried beans, so I'll use those until I'm out, and then I'll try to start making my own. Y'all, this is really satisfying. It's savory, it's warm. The tomatoes give it a little freshness. Full of protein. I'd say it's pretty good. You could add if you wanted to do this inside of a burrito, if you're like eating breakfast on the go, you could do it inside of like a whole wheat tortilla or something like that if you just prefer a white tortilla. And for me, if I like something, I can eat it every day if I really like it. And so that's what I try to meal prep stuff that I know that I'm gonna like look forward to eating every day. So I'm trying to get down to my goal weight, which is basically my preferred weight for my height. I really need to stay between like 140 and 150. So this meal prepping and going to the gym is going to help me get there. And the goal is to get there by March. And that's kind of a healthy way. If you're losing 1.5 to 2 pounds per week, that's kind of normal. If you're eating at like a calorie deficit, the way that I track my calories when I'm trying to like lose, I use an app called MyFitnessPal. And I basically put in what I'm eating for the week. It lets you set a goal and it lets you like kind of keep track of your weight. I don't use it all the time, but just when I'm trying to maintain or reach a goal. Y'all, water is so good when you're like thirsty. It's just nothing else can satisfy me when I'm thirsty like water can. It just like feels satisfying to the soul. And it's the craziest thing because it doesn't taste like anything. And I know that's why some people add like flavored water, add flavor. But I don't really care for flavored water too much. I can drink the, what are those drinks? They're kind of long and skinny. They're like flavored, kind of sparkling water. They kind of give you soda vibes. What are they called? I can't think of the name right now. But anyway, I can drink those. This is filling. And it's not even a whole lot of food, but it's very, because of what's in it, it's very filling. Let's see, can I get this all in one last bite? Yes or no? Pretty much one bite. So yeah, guys, getting off of this cleanse that I was on, I realized how much self-control we can definitely have. Like if you can go even like 14 days without eating regular food. I was literally making smoothies. And prepping them every like 2-3 days. So like I would usually make 2 or 3 days worth of smoothies, put them in the fridge, and then on that third day make a new batch for the next 2 or 3 days. And that's what I was doing for, well, it was almost 21 days. I broke it a little bit early. I think I broke it on the 17th day, 16th or 17th day. I was starting to feel like I needed more, and then I knew I was kind of coming into the weekend, and so I started slowly kind of breaking. Like one day I ate a mango and then some peanuts along with my smoothies for the day. So I started kind of adding in little things because I also didn't want to mess up my stomach by immediately like the next day after I stopped eating like a regular meal. So I kind of eased into adding a little food starting on like day 16. So that way, by the time I got to like today, I was able to eat regular food, or yesterday. So yeah, one of the things I realize is that we do have discipline. Sometimes we just ignore it and don't want to just listen and just eat what you need. A lot of times we're not even eating, and I say we just as humans, we are not eating because we're hungry. We're eating because we just want to snack on things, or maybe stress, or wanting to feel full with food because you don't feel full with something else that feels like a void in your life. And so I think it's really important as people for us to understand why, because it can't just be, I want to eat that just because I like it. And we have to think about, why are we craving things? I think going through something like a cleanse, like a juice cleanse or something like that, can help get rid of those cravings. It's a battle. It's a battle, like when you're doing that kind of thing, because you're going to have those cravings, but it's really building up your discipline. And so like yesterday, I was snacking a bit more than I needed to. And so one of the things I was like, Talia, why? Why are you eating that? Just out of boredom? Go do something. Like, I have books. I could watch a show. I could write. I have work I could work on for work. Like, there are other things you can do besides chew and eat food or sip or whatever it might be. I'm pretty good with drinking as far as like, I don't drink sodas. I don't keep them in the house. If I do drink a soda, it's outside of the house. Like if I go to a restaurant, I might get a soda just because I don't drink them often. But for the most part, like in the house, I don't keep juice. I don't keep soda. The only time you'll see that I have them is if I'm having family over, friends over, where it's a holiday and we're making like mixed drinks and stuff like that. But as far as daily, I don't have like juice or sodas in my fridge. I don't keep candy in the house and stuff like that, just because I feel like if it's there, you're gonna be more likely to eat it. So I get other stuff that I enjoy or like. Get fruit. If I'm craving something sweet, I'll go grab a piece of fruit. Or if I want to make like a matcha latte, or if I want to make a smoothie or whatever it might be. I'm not saying that I don't ever eat sweets, because if I go to a restaurant or something like that and I want to have a treat, then I do. I just try not to keep stuff in the house that is just going to make me want to nibble and nibble and nibble. Especially on these cold, like wintry days like this. That's why I was kind of like snacking on stuff, even though yesterday the stuff I was snacking on wasn't that bad. It's just that I was eating more of it than I needed to. And it's like, why? These little tortilla strip things that are seasoned, I was just like eating them. And then there was like these pita crackers, I was just eating them. And it's like, why are you just sitting and snacking on these? Like, you're not hungry. So it's just that kind of thinking where going through that cleanse has me more in check, to where I'm like, girl, like, you don't need a snack. You're not even hungry. So just drink some water and do something else. So I'm glad that I did. I'm excited to start working out again, because I had got back into a routine of working out, and then I went on the cleanse, and I didn't want to push it because I wasn't getting really enough nutrients to me to work out, because when you're working out, you're also losing even more calories. And so I didn't want to be like only having, maybe for my smoothies, who knows, like 1,200 to 1,500 calories, and then going to work out and then only having like 1,000 calories in the day or whatever it might be. I didn't want to be so drained. So I didn't want to do that. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this video. One of the things, like, I didn't really set any New Year's resolutions. I actually did not even do a new vision board. I have a life vision board that's a big one that I did back during COVID with my mom, my sister, and my nieces. I still have that one. And then last year, my cousin hosted a vision board party for last year. But when I looked at it, I was like, some of these things I did not do. And so I don't want to just do a vision board because I feel like I need to do one. I want to be very intentional with, along the way, setting goals and going after those goals. Not like, I still have that life board because that's my big picture vision board. Those are things that I really want to accomplish within my lifetime, if God willing, and if I can do the work to do some of those things that I have on there. But one of the things that I noted on that one is whatever God has for me from this is what I want to achieve. Because sometimes we may have all these things and wishes and things, but it may not be what is for us or our purpose. And so I did want to put it on there because I did want to write my vision. I wanted to make it plain. But at the same time, instead of just a year vision board, I'm kind of setting small goals along the way and working toward them. And I wanted to do that cleanse. That was a good goal for me, check off. And I may do another one this summer, maybe a 14-day one, just to reset and cleanse in the summer during those months where it's hot, where you don't want to cook and stuff like that. So juicing and making smoothies is ideal. And so we will see. Now that I know I can do it, I definitely can do it. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying warm. I know other areas were getting some of these like winter storms. We had snow and ice, and it's still ice out there. The temperature is still quite cold. This morning it was low. By the time I was up and looked at the temperature, it was 17 degrees. So I'm sure throughout the night it was even colder than that. My weather forecast on my phone said that even though it was 17 degrees, it felt more like 4 degrees. So that's pretty cold. And so we have no work on tomorrow, and I don't know, we'll see about Tuesday. It's really a matter of if the ice is melted, because I know for me, getting on the road with ice is just not an option at all. And I don't live near the school. I live 25 minutes from my job. It usually takes me 25 minutes with the morning traffic. And so there's some who live there in the area, but there's also others who live further away too. So I'm not risking my life to go and not make it, and then they have to replace you anyway. So not doing that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell notification so you'll know when I post. Until next time, bye.